All right, it's the night before your exam. You're taking it tomorrow, and you need to pump yourself up and get ready. Let me tell you what to expect so that you can pass this exam and be successful. My name is Luis. We've been licensing people for 10 years doing this in the life insurance space, and we believe you can get your license knocked out 2.5 weeks, get it done. All right, so let's get into it. So this is what I recommend, and we used to say this actually a lot more often. We don't do it quite as much anymore because things are just a little bit more fluid, but I do recommend night before the exam, just, yes, do a review if you need to, but just get your rest. Number one thing is get your rest so that you can have good instinct and good, you're not tired and all those things during the exam. So whatever a full night's rest is to you, do that. Okay. I have heard stories of people that park at the exam center the night before at 11 p.m. and then just cram all night long and pass their exam the next morning at 8 a.m. I don't recommend that. Okay. I've heard people do it, but I don't recommend it. I recommend that you get a good night's rest and show up clean and refreshed to the exam. Okay. So again, if you watch my previous videos, I talk about how this exam sometimes has the right answer and the righter answer, or the more right answer. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're rested enough to be able to discern which one is the right one. All right. All right. So on the day of the exam, here's what's going to happen. You're going to want to know what to expect. So you got a good night's rest. You wake up. You want to have two forms of identification. The exam testing centers that we use the most accept a driver's license or passport and a credit card with your name on it. Okay. So you just want to be aware of that. You need two things that have your name on it. One of them has to be a picture ID. The other one could be a credit card, or I don't know if it's maybe student ID might work, but bottom line is you need two forms of identification. A lot of people miss that. They show up at the testing center and don't have it. If you're testing at home, you'll need to put your ID at the camera. Okay. If you're testing at home, that'll be a whole separate animal. So I won't get into it just yet. But you want to again understand the process. When you get to the exam centers, they're gonna check you in. You should have had the exam paid for, whether it be a voucher through the company that you work with or you do it yourself. But you should have a check-in process. You want to arrive 15 to 20 minutes before the exam begins, because most testing centers have a window where after a certain amount of time they don't let you test anymore. So if you're maybe 15 minutes late, they won't let you test. So don't risk it. Arrive early. Make sure you're well prepared. Now they're going to check you in, and then they're going to take you to the coldest room you've ever been at. Okay, that's how testing centers are, and you're going to get in front of a computer, and the exam will begin. Okay, you're going to go through it. This is some good things to know. Number one, trust your instinct. If you don't know the answer to a question, but your gut feeling is it's B, choose B, move on. You're probably not gonna, sometimes question 5 is like that, and question 32 answers it, and you can go back and go, oh, now I remember what it is. Cool, let me go adjust it. But that's very rare, and it might happen once throughout the entire exam. What most likely will happen is you won't know the answer to something. You'll get a gut feeling, choose it, move on. Okay. Now, as you're going through the exam, you will in all likelihood have access to a paper for scratch notes, and you'll have an opportunity to go to the bathroom if you need to. You don't have to feel like you can't go. You can. But as soon as you're done, you're gonna get to question number 100. Some of them have 110 because they have 10 questions that you don't know where they are sprinkled across the exam, but they're new, and they're not going to grade you on them. So if you see 110, that's normal, not a big deal. Just once you get to that final submit page, maybe you want to say a prayer and then hit submit. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. As you walk out and check out, you will get a pass notice or a fail notice, ideally a pass notice, at the checkout center. All right. So when you get back there, you will know, did I pass or did I fail? Most states do that. Every now and then you have a state that has to notify you via email. Can't stand those because I want to know right away. Okay. When you get that pass notice, if you pass, congratulations. Go home and celebrate. Okay. If you didn't pass, hey, no problem. It's time to regroup and test again within 3 days. That's my recommendation. Test again within 3 days. Now, here's one thing to note. If you did fail the exam, a lot of test providers allow you to go back in and review the exam you failed in order to get more comprehension out of it. So they don't give you the right answers, just full disclosure, but you can review those same questions at a later time. So that might be a great opportunity for you to say, hey, can I schedule a time to review my exam so that I can better understand it? And they'll typically allow it. Okay. So it's a good thing to know. If you speak English as a second language, by the way, you need to let your test provider know, because typically, at least the one that we use, they let you walk in with an English-Spanish dictionary and they give you an additional hour of test time. So that might be the thing that saves you. Okay, so if you English is your second language, just know you can call them and ask, "Hey, I'm English is my second language. Do you have anything that would help me?" And they might say, absolutely. You can bring a English Spanish dictionary and we'll give you an additional hour. Wonderful. Please do that. Right. By the way, if there's some Spanish speakers listening to this and you would like for me to have my recommendations for what a Spanish speaker should do, let me know in the comments. Again, I'd be more than happy to prepare videos on that. From there, you'll want to go home, celebrate, and just be excited that you passed your exam, or regroup and test again within 3 days. That's the recommendation, within 3 days. But at this point, you're done. Listen, you could burn the book. Not really, it's an online course, but you just know you're done. And from now on, you're a licensed agent. You want to take action and go use it. Okay. I know I say that a lot. Take action. Why? Because that's the thing that I see a lot. A lot of people can pass the exam, but what you want to do is use your license to your advantage. Okay. And so, congratulations. That's the entire process. I think you can do this. You can do this faster than you imagine. And once you're licensed, you can be a successful agent. God bless you. See you on the next one.